Hello, weather events. This is meteorologist Jason School over here. Here's your long-range forecast for this weekend. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, you know what's going on this weekend. The European model and the GFS model are forecasting a fall storm, a Halloween storm, if you want to call it that. Now, I'm going to show you the latest runs from these models, and we'll compare the GFS from what it was 2 days ago to what happened now, and I'll explain how that usually happens. So okay, let's go. Alright, so now we're going into Saturday, and boom, the storm hits again, and with it brings heavy precipitation. Right now it shows the 540 line over here. I think it will be colder than it's expecting to be, and we're gonna get the transition from snow a little bit earlier than expected. And with that in mind, this storm 2 days ago wasn't here. It was just off shore. As I said in the past video, the GFS tends to move storms eastward and not put it westward to where the storm should be. So, you know, after everything's said and done, I'm forecasting very heavy wet snow to fall on tree branches. I'm sure you heard this already. Tree branches and other things, and it will break, and there will be a lot of power outages. Now, if you look at the European model, which I kind of like a little bit more, here's the storm. Yeah, you see earlier the 540 lines here, but once that's said and done, it moves back here, and we have this big heavy snowstorm from Washington D.C. to I'm not really sure about Boston, but we could get from Washington D.C. to Boston, and with this brings very heavy precipitation. And for that, if this were in the winter and it would be 30 degrees, snow ratio would be extremely high. This would be a 1 to 2 feet snowstorm. The European is forecasting about in the precipitation, the water it's forecasting about 12 inches from here to here, from southwest to northeast, and we have this big strip of precip that will drop. And with that, you have to understand that it's not all snow, it's more of moisture, more water. And with that, you look at the precipitation amount and you cut it by half, and that's your snowfall amount. So it's anywhere between 3 to 6 inches right now. Locally 8 or even 10 inches locally. This storm is kind of crazy, and it's really a shocker to even see this in October. And with that in mind, I want to show you something else, and I'll make a video about this tomorrow on the storm again. Like I said, I think the storm will be colder, and the European shows that GFS makes it a little bit warmer. And this system dives down. This kind of looks like a clipper system. If you can see, it comes from the Canadian, and it dives down, and it just produces this big strip of precipitation. And then once it combines with another low, and look at this again, we have something popping up on next Saturday. And if you remember from last year, all these snowstorms were on a weekend. And if you see now, the pattern is starting to look exactly like last year, just earlier. So imagine we get a cold early start, unlike last year where we waited at least December. But November will be very cold, and then we get into December, and we already have this pattern set up, and what you get is just a bunch of snowstorms that happen so quickly that we already get above average winter by the middle of December. So yeah, I was expecting an early winter, but I wasn't expecting this early. So yeah, I just wanted to show you this. This is nothing to get hyped up about. This is just something that I've noticed in the European model, and it just shows another snowstorm or something like that. We didn't even get through the first one, so we don't even know how this one's gonna play out. But it seems that it will play out pretty well for now, and we'll see for sure tomorrow how this is all gonna pan out. And so here's that storm, and it leaves, and we get a little bit of a neutral state, and we stop for a little bit. But so there's a lot to watch here. The weather pattern is going crazy. It's kind of turning like last year, and I can't repeat this enough, that this is the same pattern as last year. It's not going to be a normal La Nina winter again. It's going to be above average snowfall in the northeast states, east coast, and Chicago and Annapolis. And we're just going to get a rough winter once more. So for now, I'm Weather Advanced Meteorologist Jason Shulov. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.